Hi guys, and welcome to Wilde. Today we're here with fellow Brightonians, Luna Blue. Hi guys, how are you doing?
You're right.
Hello.
Hi. We have got a mystery person that we can't see, but Ryan is also here. We are here with with Nick, Seb, and Ryan, who is present, although you might not be able to see him. Say hi, Ryan.
Hello.
There he is. So let's start by talking about something that we have in common, which is the fact that we are both Brighton based. What are your favorite Brighton venues?
Ooh, it's got to be for me Hope and Ruin, and it's also Comedia, of course. Like Comedia, like we just played Comedia and we played Hope and Ruin quite a lot before. Green Door Store, Prince Albert.
Shout out to Sticky Mike's as well.
Yeah,
everybody loves
Sticky Mike's, but it's not coming back, is it? But those are definitely the staples. Have you had an opportunity to play any of those venues already?
Yeah, we played all of those ones I just listed at. Yeah, we recently just played Comedia at the end of our festival.
I was going to ask, how was your headline Comedia show?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was either a sellout or pretty close to a sellout, and just awesome crowd. Everyone there was just so up for a good time. And yeah, we were jumping about the stage. Everyone was jumping up and down. That was great. So much fun.
And you said that was the last show of your tour. Tell us about the tour that you've just finished.
Yeah, so we had a tour booked for quite some time. I think we organised it over lockdown, and we were all very excited for it. And unfortunately, about half of it got cancelled due to people having COVID and stuff, which really sucked. But we did have a chance to play some really amazing shows. One of them was definitely Comedia, which I think for a lot of us was probably one of our best gigs ever. It was just so good. And another one was playing Amp Rocks Festival, which was headlined by McFly. And that was absolutely insane. The hospitality from those guys was just, you wouldn't even believe it. Even if we told you, you would just think we're absolute nonsense. It was just crazy good.
Whereabouts is that festival?
Oh, that's a
Bedfordshire.
Yeah. Awesome festival.
They spoiled us rotten.
They really did.
Really did. It was amazing. I could really get used to that life.
We'll see what the Off the Record festival is like. So you guys are playing the festival in November, where we will be there as well. So we get to meet you in person at last, which is very exciting. Tell us, please, the meaning behind the name of the band.
I'll answer this one. So I don't really know if there's much meaning behind it, but the name came from me and Ryan actually met at college before we went to uni, and we were also in a band called Luna Blue with our friend from college, Max McLeod, and it's the cheesiest thing, but we were called Deep Wave or something before, and then he was like, guys, I had this dream last night about this moon over the sea and it was like blue. We were like, oh cool, yeah. He's just like, yeah, we need to rename the band Luna Blue. And we were like, all right, fair enough. So literally came to him in a dream, just really corny.
And now he's not in the band.
Sometimes that's all you need. It doesn't matter how you know. And also you can make it up to be whatever you want it to be. So you can make it as fancy as you want to, or you can keep it as cheesy as you want to, as long as it has a meaning to you and it is catchy. So that's all that matters. And it does have a story, because that is essentially the beginning of the band, right? That's the
story there. Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Max.
Shout out to Max. So for those who are not familiar with you yet, how would you describe your music?
Mix Don Broco with Tudor Cinema Club, with Vols, with someone name another band that we're close to.
I think those three are probably actually like the perfect combination.
Yeah.
It's like upbeat, funky indie music. That's what I would say.
With a good twist in it, with a good like but like Don Broco has this like especially like really like darker twist to it, which I feel like our music kind of like hints at every now and again. Yeah.
And where would you say you get most of your inspirations from?
Probably those bands. There's other bands like them, like Everything, that Empire of the Sun that we're pretty big fans of. So yeah, a lot of it comes from those.
I think all four of us as well have like quite diverse tastes in music, which kind of like, although it doesn't really come out in the music, it kind of like when you're just listening to different things all the time. Like me and Nick are really into like metal, like prog metal and stuff. And then all of us have like a bit of like jazz and stuff. We all listen to like indie and rock. So it's kind of like everything just kind of comes together, I guess, a little bit to some extent.
It's interesting you should say that, because my next question will kind of answer that. I would love for each one of you to tell me what artist or band or individual you are listening to right now. They don't have to be current. They just have to be the person that you are listening to at the moment, or a band. That doesn't have to be a person, I say.
I've been really keen on a band called Arcane Roots at the moment. I kind of like knew of them and heard some of their stuff before. They're not together anymore, unfortunately. But I just started listening to one of their albums, Melancholia Hymns, I think it's called. And I've just been listening to that like while I've been working, so I work from home. So I've just been sat here, just that album on repeat so much. It's good, absolute banger.
And what about you, Ryan?
So many different bands.
Well, just the
I'm gonna
one.
struggle with this question.
One band, actually, I discovered these guys the other night because they just have the most ridiculous music videos ever. But they're called Eskimo Callboy, and they're absolutely brilliant. You should absolutely listen to them.
I will. I
yeah.
definitely will.
You've got to partner it up with their music videos just to get the full experience.
Is that the band you sent us the other day where they're all like dressed the same in like wigs?
Yeah. They've all got these like ridiculous. They've all got these like ridiculous little bowl cuts, but it's quite heavy music, and then just suddenly they'll have these like dance music breakdowns. It's great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like that.
What about you, Nick? Any crazy recommendations?
There's just so much stuff I'm listening to that I'm like, oh god, like Tool is always gonna be up there for me. I listen to them every day. But I was listening to Ava Max in the car just on the way back from work. Like it's so all over the place. It's like Big Fat Band as well, which are like a jazz big band that I can never get enough of. I don't know. There's so much stuff I listen to all the time. Indies, to be fair, indie is very hit and miss of me. Like I'd really, really like to listen to my club, but there's a lot of bands that I'm not a huge fan of in the indie style. Like it's very hit and miss for me. So in terms of like I listen to indie like actually quite rarely, which is pretty bad as we're an indie band. But yeah, that's
sure,
the way it goes.
you're making the music that you love. It doesn't matter,
exactly.
really, does it? I don't think I don't think Mariah Carey sits around listening to other like R&B people thinking, of course, make music for themselves. Is whatever works for them.
Well, I'm the same as you, Nick, because I'm not like, I don't only listen to indie. I have a few bands that I listen to, but the indie bands that I do like is what I guess I draw from, or we would draw from, to write like, because we find like the creme de la creme for us of like those indie bands that we really like and we want to sound like. So
and also, like you said, you're being big fans of like heavy rock and metal as well. Indie is a subgenre of rock, so there will always be some influences there that you will really enjoy. It might not be all of it, but I feel like a lot of rock fans will find out. I'm exactly the same. I like the heavy stuff, but there's certain indie bands or pop punk bands that I will really enjoy, although usually that genre isn't one that I would specifically listen to. So I get that, and I like you guys. Yeah. That's all.
Thank you very much. Thank you for interviewing us.
You got to say that though, haven't you?
Could avoid it. I didn't. Do tell us what you're working on next.
Who wants to take that one?
Oh yeah, it's top secret.
No. We'll tell you for free.
We're working on stuff that's very exciting that we cannot confirm yet.
Okay.
We can talk a bit more about it.
Go on then, Seb. I don't want to give spoilers away, so you take this and we could be the one we
teasers,
blame.
not spoilers.
Yes. Well, we've just recorded a new single with Jack Wilson from Fickle Friends, who's obviously part of the band. He does all the production as well. So he's worked with us on our latest track, which you just recently had the first mix track for. And it sounds fucking.
Oh god, it sounds so
good.
PH.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're sort of saving up to do a few more singles as well. We've got loads and loads of music in the pipeline. So we're just we're just writing and recording more stuff. So
yeah, man.
2022 is going to be big.
It's going to be the one. What gigs have you got coming up next?
Oof, God.
I'm the worst person to ask this question because I'm that member of the band that never has any idea what the hell is going on.
You just turn up and hope for the best.
I just tell me where to be there. I'll tell you if I'm free.
To be honest with you, I feel like I'm in the same headspace because we've just done this tour and we've been so focused on that. I know.
What have we got coming up? I don't know. Oh,
well, we know that
please tell me you know what's going on.
Are we waiting for
Ryan? Are we waiting
Oh,
for
Ryan.
Ryan? Where's he gone?
Oh, sorry, I think that might be my connection. Man.
Oh yeah. No, just that.
What we got going on next, Ryan? Because I don't know.
Of course, we've of course got the November gig with you guys. Actually, do you know what? That is the only thing we have confirmed. Other than that, we have a residency slot at Acton Live in London, which is once a month on a Saturday. But at the moment, yeah, that's the only two things we've actually got confirmed. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens. I don't know if we're going to have a huge amount of live shows for the rest of the year at this point.
It's the end of the summer, isn't it? So we've had the exciting times now, kind of going into all the.
We're talking with a
other
few
stuff.
promoters, Scruff of the Neck, for example, which is how we might have the show in October. Pretty sure it's like 99% confirmed, but it's not out there yet. So
Well, I tell you what, the best way to find out what shows you guys have coming up is to follow you on all your social media. And
That's very true.
all of the links are down below, alongside all of the links to Luna Blues music as well. So if you haven't checked them out yet, please do go and follow them on all the social media so you can see when they have things coming out and when the next gigs are going to be. And we'll see you guys in November. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a great time. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.